The octopus and the spider, same thing. It's symbolism that's used to show this division of knowledge and how they control it. If they have literally created two distinct forms of perception, one is a material viewpoint, the other is a spiritual viewpoint. They have divided the knowledge. But yet you still have four dimensions of perception on this side, and you still have four dimensions of perception on this side. But now you just see that this portion of the brain is dominated by a material viewpoint, and this portion of the brain is dominated by a spiritual viewpoint. This is where they try to keep the masses. They try to keep the masses blinded on the left hemisphere of the brain, the material portion of knowledge. This is where we see this control, this shadow has been injected into the letter. We know that the material is what? We know the material is the shadow. So this left hemisphere of the brain is the darkened portion of the brain. Well, we know the left hemisphere of the brain controls the right eye. And that's why we have the right eye up here. If you read Zechariah 11:17, you see that the plan is to darken the right eye. For them to not use the right eye, but to only use the left eye, the spiritual discernment. Well, for us, they want us to see only from this darkened right eye. They don't want you to see from the spiritual viewpoint. This is the knowledge that the serpent made evil. He made spiritual knowledge evil, and they only offered the knowledge of material to the masses. As you know in the Genesis account, that when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men, that these daughters of men that they accepted is who they gave the spiritual knowledge to. They didn't give the spiritual knowledge to the masses. They only gave the spiritual knowledge to these descendants, these bloodline families of the sons of God in Genesis 6. They gave them the spiritual knowledge so that they could use it to control the world, while they kept the masses blinded in this material knowledge. Well, that's why you need an eight-legged creature to orchestrate this control, because you have two portions of perceptual dimensionality. 4 dimensions of perceptual materialism and 4 dimensions of perceptual spiritualism. And that's exactly why we see that creature, or these creatures, the octopus and the spider, being used. This division of knowledge. And then we're going to see that this understanding is going to go even further. Let's back it up to Ephraim and Manasseh, and let's think about this. What Ephraim really is symbolizing is English-Egyptian Freemasonry. We know that Ephraim symbolizes now in modern terms English descendancy, but this English descendancy of Ephraim symbolizes its true root descendancy from Egypt, just like we see it being recorded in Genesis chapter 48-49.